For Jones with the headlines in Wales. A life sentence for Christopher El Ghaffari, who stole a delivery van and then murdered the owner, Mark Lang, using the vehicle as a weapon.
Mark Lang was just doing his job delivering parcels. His family say his murder turned their worlds upside down.
El Ghaffari will serve a minimum of 32 years behind bars. Also tonight, concerns grow for the future of Good evening, noswaith dda. Mark Lang was delivering parcels around Cardiff last March, the job he'd been doing for 15 years, when a passerby stole his van. Christopher El Ghaffari ran him over with his own vehicle, then drove for almost half a mile through lunchtime traffic, with Mr. Lang trapped and dragged along the road underneath. His injuries were so severe he died 18 days later in hospital. Well, last week, El Ghaffari was found guilty of murder and robbery. Today, he heard he'll spend at least 32 years behind bars. David Grundy followed the trial for us and joins us now from Cardiff Crown Court. David.
Jen, this has been harrowing for Mark Lang's family. They say they've been left traumatised by having to watch CCTV footage of his final moments over and over during the trial here. Today, the very large public gallery in courtroom number 2 was packed. In fact, 5 of the 12 jurors who last week convicted El Ghaffari of murder and robbery came back to hear today's sentence. They didn't have to. Today, Christopher El Ghaffari held his head in his hands in the dock through most of the 2-hour sentencing hearing, where it was revealed he had 26 previous convictions for 55 offences, including dangerous driving. Today, he was given a life sentence for murder and was told he'll have to serve a minimum of 32 years.
Mark Lang's partner says her whole world has been turned upside down. The 54-year-old was just doing his job, delivering parcels, as he'd done for the last 15 years. Here, on Latonia Avenue in the Gabalva area of Cardiff, Mark Lang got out of his van for a matter of seconds to drop off a parcel. Christopher El Ghaffari seized on the opportunity. He jumped in and, after spending a few moments familiarising himself with the van, he sped off down the avenue, intent on stealing it and its contents worth just over £4,000. Mark Lang ran after him because he knew something El Ghaffari didn't. The road is a dead end. The robber had to turn around and head back towards Mark. He hit him head-on at around 18 miles per hour and didn't stop. El Ghaffari turned onto North Road with Mark Lang trapped underneath the wheels of his own van, where he remained, being dragged along the road for almost half a mile. At the junction with New Zealand Road, Christopher El Ghaffari got out and ran off. Fibres from Mark Lang's shredded high-vis coat were found along the route. Mark had suffered catastrophic injuries to his body and brain. He was taken a short distance to the University Hospital of Wales, where he died 18 days later. Mark Lang's family say losing him has left them devastated, adding that watching footage of his final few moments alive has been traumatic. Christopher El Ghaffari was given a life sentence and will serve a minimum of 32 years in prison.
Well, today in court, a victim personal statement was read out on behalf of Mark Lang's partner. In it, Caroline Berglin said the future seems a scary place without him. She revealed the family can't drive along North Road anymore because it's just too upsetting. The judge, Mr. Justice Griffiths, told El Ghaffari, "You took a son away from his mother, bereaved his partner of 23 years, deprived his 2 daughters of their father, a sister of her brother, and his partner's children of their father figure." Now, Christopher El Ghaffari will spend at least 32 years in prison before he's even eligible for parole. He'll be 63 years old by then, and even after he's released, he'll remain on licence for the rest of his life. Meanwhile, Mark Lang's family, well, they're facing the rest of their lives now without him.
David, thank you. That's David Grundy reporting there.